Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you another part of a chess game. Now, here you'll notice black moves the queen, check. White then moves the king out of the way of check. Also, seemingly defending the queen. On the one hand, if black takes the queen, then on the next move, sorry, 1 minute. On the next move, white will take the queen. So here there's a possible queen exchange. So the question is, should black take the queen or not? Or should black take the knight like that? Or should black take the knight like that? Which piece is the most valuable to take? And I'm also going to offer a different prophecy. Not prophecy is not the right word. A different, I'm a bit tired, so I can't think straight at the moment. Not prophecy. Another question. Supposing instead the queen was there instead. So if the queen wasn't there, but was there instead, so the queen was not being threatened by white at all, the white knight at all, would you take the queen or the white knight if the queen was there instead? Actually, no, that won't help. It won't help what I was saying. No, it doesn't help what I was saying. Forget it. I've just realised why that wouldn't help. No. Forget everything I've just said. Okay, forget the stuff about moving the queen. That's rubbish. I understand why now. I didn't realise initially. I was trying to think of a way where the queen wouldn't be vulnerable. But no. Okay, so anyway, well, the situation is the way it is. Should black take the queen? Or should black take the knight? Or should black take the knight like that? Or something else? Well, let's see the game all the way from the beginning. The answer may surprise you, not because of the decision made, but why. Now, so I'm sorry about this stuff. I'll explain why I was thinking, and what I got wrong at the end. So going back to the beginning again. Standard E4 opening, many do some like D4, some do E4. I've moved mine to the side, not a good move, but I'm just experimenting with something. Move this up to threaten the pawn. You'll notice I'm doing what is part of something called a false mate, where I'm tricking them into thinking they'll have a very quick checkmate. And I notice that if I moved that up, then they would soon get a checkmate. But I'm going to see if I can do something clever. Move this out of the way. They thought they had a false mate, but they were wrong, because I can move the pawn up. What they're hoping is that I will take the pawn, and then they would do this, which would be checkmate, because I cannot move the king. However, that's what they were thinking, but what they missed was I can simply move the knight. So it's not checkmate. It looked like it could be checkmate, and it's part of a standard false mate, but I can move the knight out of the way in front of the king. Now, this is a very serious threat, because if the queen goes there, it's checkmate. So I have to stop the threat here immediately. So, sorry, computer's going too quickly. So I moved the pawn up, it took it. I've now moved the queen. I'm seeing if they will offer, if they want to swap queens. They don't. I've now moved the knight out of the way. Now, there is a bishop exchange. They move down the bottom check. I move the king out of the way. They move the bishop. I move a pawn to stop it. They move the bishop back. If you didn't understand fully what that was about, there is a knight protecting the rook there, and it is threatening their queen. So they have to move the queen. Or so I thought. They've instead taken a pawn. I've taken their pawn. They've now moved their queen back to safety. I've now taken a pawn. Now moved the knight out. I moved my knight, check. And now you're beginning to notice a pattern. Now, you're seeing what the beginnings of the ending that you were seeing at the beginning. And now you'll notice this is a brilliant move, because it looks like a 4-king check. It is in fact a 4-king check. they move the king out of the way. You would expect me to have taken the queen immediately, but I didn't. Instead, I took the pawn. They then moved their knight out of the way to block it. Now, I move the queen, check. And as you saw, they moved their king here. And I'm now going to ask the question again. Should my queen, is now vulnerable here, but I can take their queen. So I could offer a queen exchange by taking their queen, and then eventually both sides would probably lose their queens and knights. But is that the best move? Or is there an even better one? I'm going to shock you as to what I actually did, probably. If you didn't look at it very carefully, this next move won't surprise you so much in what I did, but why I did it, and what the result is. Instead, I decided to take the knight. Not because I wanted to keep the queen, although I did temporarily, yes, but that's not the main reason. Not because I wanted to carry the rest of the game on with a queen, but instead because, are you ready for this? I wanted checkmate. Yes, simply by taking the knight, I got checkmate. But if instead I had taken the queen instead, it would not have been checkmate, and the game would have carried on. One of two things here. They could decide to take the queen and lose their knight, or if for some reason they actually preferred, well, there was some strange person actually prefers to if instead I'd rather get rid of my knight and then allow my queen to continue to be part of the game, that would be another matter. But as I said, did you spot the checkmate? Thanks for watching. Bye. The lesson there is you shouldn't always just take a queen because you can. Look before doing anything. Thanks for watching. Bye.